Hey Jen, I'm going to do an OCR with your brother in 3 weeks.
Don't you need to train for that?
Oh crap, you're right. How do I train for an OCR? Alright, I'm scheduled for my first OCR, but as I said, I'm not quite sure how to train for this. I have been doing a lot of ninja training and running, which should cover most of my bases, but with only 3 weeks left, I better really crank up the training. I know exactly where I need to go. To take my training to the next level, I decided to head out to Prairie Lakes. This was a perfect environment to help me train for this OCR. Dotted around this bike trail are a couple calisthenic workout stations. These were great to incorporate into my runs. Every time I passed one, I stopped and did an exercise. Then, there was more running. As part of my training at Prairie Lakes, I threw on a weight vest and ran about 4 miles each time, stopping at these workout stations to do pull-ups. I wanted to run a little bit further than I would on race day, and I threw on the weight vest just to up the intensity a little bit on the run and the pull-ups. Every bit of training was going to help. I also chose Prairie Lakes as my training place because there's 2 big hills to run up. I wanted to incorporate some hills just in case I encountered some on the run. I plan on training here a few more times before race day comes, so hopefully this hard work will pay off.
Hey guys, what is happening? The day is here. It is finally race day. We are driving over to my father-in-law's house right now. We gonna get headed on our way to this race. Gonna have a good day. Let's go. At this point, I was ready and on my way, but I did not know what the course had in store for me.
I wasn't able to get a lot of footage on race day, but thankfully my father-in-law was there to get a few shots. As we lined up at the start of the race, I was surrounded by a bunch of guys in their 20s that looked like they were in good shape. My goal was to try to keep pace with them as long as I could, because I knew this would help me run a good race. We started, went up the very first big hill, and they dropped off. Well, there went that plan. I had to run my own race. The beginning had a lot of super big hills, as it took place on the motocross track. These hills sapped a lot of energy early, but I put my hands on my knees and used them to push, conserving energy in my legs for later on in the race. About a mile in, I locked onto the athlete in front of me and tried to keep pace with her. It seemed like this wasn't her first event, so her experience was going to help me do well. There were a few stretches where she pulled away, but I was able to keep her within reach, and I passed her on the rope climb. The rope climb was actually a lot easier than I expected, because I had ran over 40 minutes by this point.
Good job, Dano. Finish line's right up there.
A few more 6-foot walls and then the warp wall, and the finish line was in sight.
All right, Dan, good.
This race was super hilly. I'm glad I incorporated the hill runs in my training. There weren't very many obstacles other than the rope climb and some monkey bars, and then a few 6-foot walls. Honestly, I expected there to be quite a few more obstacles. There were a few mud pits to climb through, and the giant hills. And there were some hills that I had to crawl up. Now, the event was run very well, and I had a good time. But a few things rubbed me the wrong way. Number one, there was no t-shirts. These are all t-shirts I earned from past 5Ks I ran. The entry fee on these was about $30. The entry fee for the rig race, $60. Now, I wanted to be sitting here today wearing my t-shirt that I got from the event. All I got was a medal, which I am happy I got a medal, but everybody got a medal. I did get 3rd in my age group and 5th place overall, which was way better than I expected. There were no rewards and no t-shirt. I understand that an event like this takes a lot of time to put together, but I would have liked a t-shirt. Also, if you're going to be timing people, I kind of expect rewards at the end. Even on the registration page, it said that there would be rewards, so I'm a little upset. All in all, I had a great time and I performed well. I'm not going to check this off of my New Year's resolutions list. I did complete an OCR, but it wasn't what I expected, and honestly, I really want to do a Spartan race. This might be an event I do again in the future because it was close, being only an hour away. As I said, there were a few things that I just didn't really like. I've got a couple videos in the works, so make sure you're subscribed and you hit that bell notification. So remember, until next time, every day is an opportunity to be stronger, work harder, and be more thankful. Hey Jen, can I do a Spartan race?